The other aspect too is people can even just come in and test stuff out. They can do home cooking, they can do preserving and stuff like that.
Welcome back to Madison Noteworthy. I'm one of your hosts, Mike Victorson. And I'm here today with Adam Hain. Adam from Feed Kitchens. Welcome to Madison Noteworthy.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here. We want to get to know your business here. And where did this concept come from?
So shared use kitchens have been around on the coasts for a while. Midwest it's kind of built up just recently, but the idea came that there's a lot of businesses in Madison that are small artisanal businesses that can't afford to have their own space. So they need something to work in where they can rent just a couple hours a day or 10 hours a day or 2 hours a week, whatever it's going to be. So we looked around, decided that this was a great idea. Northside Planning Council did a feasibility study, broke ground, built this facility, and now we've got it for all these users.
We may have things like Sector 67 Generator in town who are incubating high tech. We've got something in Feed Kitchens, and you just described it, that's incubating food.
Well, it's all tied in. I mean, you can't have growth in one sector without growth in another. And really, that's what's growing this. Madison is growing their food culture so well because all the other parts are growing into it. We're getting more specialty products. We have a lady who does a chocolate CSA. It's just like, oh my God.
A chocolate CSA.
Yeah, who would have thought of that? And she's like, well, there's all these people, especially, I use Epic as an example a lot because it's a high income, young market. They're looking for specialty things to spend their money on. And she's like, well, I'll deliver chocolate right to your door every day for 3 months and then again in the fall. And yeah, that's phenomenal. It's
awesome.
And we've helped her actually to grow her business. She's tripled her business already, and she's going to be opening up her own shop now in the fall because she was able to come in by us, have more space to work, have more utility.
That's an economic fist pump right there.
Yeah.
So there's a sustainability component and a local component to Feed Kitchens.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
So the majority of our users try to source locally. We've got local tomatoes, local peppers, things like that. We have some local farmers that are coming in and doing value-added products to go into their CSAs, things like that. And we try to work with those and find sourcing for our users so that if they're looking for a local product, we have some place to send them. We work with REAP and some of those things to help them find that product.
Now you seem very comfortable talking about food. So for people that are tuning in, what is your connection to food, or do they just pick you out of the yellow pages?
No, I was kind of born into food. My grandparents had the third oldest orchard in the state up in Door County. My parents had a dairy farm, second generation dairy farm. I grew up around that. I've worked in the restaurant industry for about 2 decades now. I've done everything from washing dishes and slinging bottles behind the bar to being the executive chef and running multiple properties.
So if someone is tuning in and they either have this itch they need to scratch, or if they know somebody's like, man, the last time I was over at her house, she cooked something, she should take it. What should people do?
They can check our website. We've got a lot of information on that, Facebook as well. Every month we have an informational session at the end of the month where they can come in, get a little presentation and a tour of the place, or they can just contact me. I'm happy to sit down with them, give them a tour, talk through stuff with them, and then find the right resources for them. The other aspect too is people can even just come in and test stuff out. They can do home cooking, they can do preserving and stuff like that, but we have a couple companies that have started there that it's exactly that. Somebody kept telling them, I love what you're making. You've got to go. This lady that does a jambalaya starter kit.
Right.
She makes the best jambalaya. So she actually figured out how to make the kits that she can sell to people to take home and make their own jambalaya at home, and it's awesome.
So Madison, you hungry yet? You heard it from Adam. Madison is awesome. And in this area of food, we have some of the coolest, most creative, innovative, entrepreneurial stuff that's happening right here at Feed Kitchens. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. Adam, thanks for hanging out with us, Noteworthy here.